Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. In today's video, we'll be discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Orchid, as well as REN. If you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes. Click the bell icon so that you know whenever we have a new video. And just so you guys know, we're about 5 minutes away as of the time of me recording this video from the new daily candle position. So we'll keep an eye on the chart here in just a minute, actually 5 minutes basically, to see where the position is going to close out today and how things are going to start on the new daily candle, right? And I'm also going to let you guys know I'm on Twitter at AtlasOfficialTV. My name is in the bottom left-hand side if you guys do use Twitter. I talk a lot of stuff about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies over on my Twitter account now. And I also do polls sometimes, and I would love to get more engagement on people's opinions on these poll votes. I retweet what other people share, some new news and facts, things like that. You guys can stay up to date by checking that out. And then also, if you're new to cryptocurrency, I got a link to Coinbase you guys can use. You get a little extra bonus for signing up with that code, just like I do. You can use it if you guys want to. And then also there's a link there for BlockFi. Same thing. You guys get a little bonus. I get a little bonus with it too. Now BlockFi, in case you guys don't know, is where you can earn interest by staking your cryptocurrency on there. For example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and they have a couple different stable coins that are on there. I use it. They don't pay me to say this stuff, guys. I just really believe in their product. And if you guys are just looking to hold this stuff long term, why not earn an extra interest on it too? The custodians are Gemini, really cool. But yeah, we still got 4 more minutes left until this new candle position, but I'm gonna run through these things pretty darn quickly and try to get to the charts. Trying to condense these videos down a lot more for you guys. So Michael Saylor says, MicroStrategy completes $1.05 billion offering of convertible notes at 0% coupon and 50% conversion premium with Bitcoin use of funds. What's interesting is I remember they said $600 million at first, and then they changed it to $900 million. And now it's $1.05 billion. So the number just keeps going up. He's got his laser eyes going on. I got my laser eyes going on. There's a meme website. I forgot what it was called, but somebody had shared it in one of these threads, and you just basically upload your image and then you can place which kind of lasers that you want. So everyone's got the laser eyes going on with this. Feel free to send me some cool memes of things with Bitcoin. Maybe we can get some of that going on in some of these videos, or if I start streaming some crypto things on here from time to time, we can check that out too. Time to reach $1 trillion market cap. Bitcoin took 12 years. Google took 21 years. Amazon took 24 years. Apple, 42 years. Microsoft took 44 years. So you guys can see, in comparison to these big name companies, Bitcoin has progressed at the fastest rate by 9 years. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla on Bitcoin. Too bad Nikola is, dead, but... finally, Joe Kernan. So this was actually pretty cool. I watched through this. It says, will Bitcoin reach $55,000 by May 2020? And so, we hit $55,000 earlier today, and it's funny because he wrote, finally. So he had actually seen this coming. He even put his laser eyes in his picture too, which was absolutely amazing. This was an old video, somebody celebrating when Bitcoin hit $100. So we got about a little less than 2 minutes left on the daily chart candle. We'll see that in just a second. Crypto whales are accumulating one altcoin at rapid rates. This is in regards to REN, which, yeah, again, I'll go ahead and talk to that a little bit more in a minute here because we do have less than 1 minute to go. And yeah, so, I'll just take this opportunity while we're watching the chart right here, and you guys can see how everything's going on, to ask you guys some questions, and hopefully you can reply in the comments underneath this video. First off, when you guys first found out about Bitcoin, right? From what you can remember, what was the price point that you got in on Bitcoin when you first decided to, hey, I'm actually going to go buy some? For me, I believe Bitcoin was right around like $6,000, $6,500 or so. I didn't know anything about it beforehand. The only other time that I had heard, well, actually, when I first heard about it, it was, I think, right around when it had that $20,000 price point. And I didn't know what it was or anything about it before then. And I wish that somebody would have told me about it because that would have been an interesting thing. I don't know if I would have invested in it back then, but yeah. Okay, we're in the new daily candle position here. $55,987. Boom, instantly seeing a rise on the new daily candle position, pushing up $56,000, and seeing some large volatility, as you guys can see. Oh yeah, that thing is running, baby. Question is, how long is it going to sustain? What's also very interesting is the RSI, even with this bull run that we got going on, it's not suggesting that we're overbought. I'll be talking a lot more about this stuff here a little bit later. Actually, maybe not a lot more because I'm already kind of talking about some of it right now. But if you guys see as I pull out here, there's a purple line right there. That's actually previous trend on the run towards $100,000 when this run back in December first started. So the barrier to entry to that is at $58,822. We're at $56,000 right now. And you guys have been seeing how exponential this stuff has been going on, right? So we pull out here on the daily candle position. You guys can actually see this a lot more clearly. Huge candle yesterday, right? When we have huge candles, you got to be careful of pump and dump type situations. We had some cooling off that took place at this point in time here too. We're quite substantially above the 21 EMA itself. But if we do manage to get up to this barrier entry point, then we're right back on track towards getting towards $100,000 on this time frame. Let me just clarify it. We're still on track regardless, but on the previous time frame from what happened in December, that would actually put us right there. So $56,145. A little bit of pullback going on right now with that too, but overall things are looking really good. Let me know, what do you guys think? You guys think we can hit $60,000 before the end of, let's say, the weekend, before we come back on Monday? Not on Monday, before we come back on Monday. Okay. So Bitcoin hit $1 trillion. Huge milestone, right? At last check, a single Bitcoin traded near a record at $54,827.69, up 5%, and was pushing the crypto that was written into code back in 2009 to a total market capitalization $1 trillion. As you guys can see, this is just going absolutely parabolic since this run right here going into the new year. Just boom! Everyone's like, 2020 sucked. I want 2021 to be like the best year of my life, man. We got to make up for all those bad times. And people are like, fresh start. Let's do this. Let's do it to the freaking stratosphere. No, not even to the stratosphere, man. To Mars's, to Pluto, whatever. I don't even care if it's not a planet, man. The moon's not a planet either. In fact, Pluto is a moon, right? Anyway, so looking at this, looking really good. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next bit of information here, which is some delisting of things, which was really interesting. OKCoin is delisting Bitcoin Cash, BCH, and Bitcoin SV, or Satoshi Vision, to prevent new customers from confusing these two forks for Bitcoin. This is not an easy decision. We had a choice, and there is collateral damage, but we had to stand up for the bigger principle we believe in. OKCoin CEO Hong Feng told CoinDesk, Bitcoin Cash is a clone of Bitcoin with minor adjustments to increase block sizes. BSV, championed by Craig Wright, known for his claims to be the inventor of the original Bitcoin, is itself a fork of Bitcoin Cash. CoinDesk tech reporter Colin Harper dives in. Man, I'm glad to hear this news personally. I'm not a supporter of BSV. I'm not a supporter of Bitcoin Cash. So the fact that they're willing to say, hey, we don't want people to get confused, I think that's good. Whatever happened to Bitcoin Diamond? Why did I just do that? Oh, well. It doesn't matter. I'm closing out the article anyways. And then REN, last little bit of information with this. According to Sentiment's findings, the February rise is in part due to REN accumulation by whale addresses holding $1 million or more REN. Data shows that there was a steep increase in REN whale holders starting from the end of January into mid-February. Additionally, Sentiment reports that the number of unique REN addresses holding any amount of the token has also been steadily climbing upward, especially over the past month. Also, over the course of the past 4 weeks, the growth of daily active REN addresses has been rapid, indicating that the coin was primed for a breakout. We'll be taking a look at that on the charts here in just a little bit. Looking at Bitcoin, $56,270, still pushing very well. If we look at this on the daily chart, yesterday's highest position was at 56,374 respectively. So we're already getting very close to that. In fact, we just had a little bit of pullback here at 56,342. And as you guys can see, it's starting to rally up once again. You know what? I didn't have this here, but I do want to go ahead and look it up real quick. Nigeria Bitcoin Premium. And this was 3 days ago. I heard something that was even higher now. Yeah, I heard something along these lines. I thought it was $80,000, but this was posted, it says tomorrow, so I guess that's different time zone. Nigeria crypto ban. Bitcoin sells for $76,000 as deposits on centralized exchanges plummet. According to a website that tracks the price of Bitcoin across the globe, the crypto asset's selling price in Nigeria as of February 18th stood at $76,000. At this price, the crypto asset is selling for $20,000 more than the approximately $52,000 that most cryptocurrency exchanges are currently quoting. That is intense, man. Charged, the premium on Bitcoin follows the recent Central Bank of Nigeria, or CBN, directive that targets cryptocurrency traders and exchanges. So trading in Nigeria was smoother than ever. All exchanges had unified liquidity and the markets were very liquid. There's basically little to no spreads in the market, and deposits plummet. Turning to the impact, the order, he also explains how this has badly affected the operation of his company. According to the CEO, deposits on the Niger crypto exchange dropped by 80% on the day the announcement was made. Before the CBN directive, crypto exchanges had arrangements with banks that enabled automated deposits as well as easy withdrawals. While activity has since picked up, EU reveals that deposits are still 20 to 25% lower than their usual levels. So it went from an 80% drop at first, but now it's still 20-25% down. The CEO also observes how the CBN order appears to be affecting locally established exchanges more than it has those based outside Nigeria. Explaining this observation, EU said, for the foreign cryptocurrency exchanges, it's been different since they do not operate from Nigeria, so they can flout laws, right? Things are getting crazy with this stuff. Okay, bit of a sell-off going there, but we're still holding above $56,000, right? And the market just keeps rallying. People are FOMOing in on this like crazy. So if we can break above $56,373, we hit another new all-time high. We're then going to be targeting $57,000 on the next. That's just basic mental state, right? 57,000, then 58,000, and then I would say we really want to target hitting $58,856. We can hit this today in the next 24 hours. The only thing I'm concerned about is that with Wall Street now being closed, some of these larger corporate institutional investments that could potentially come in, they might wait until Monday to make more of their decisions because you have to go through corporate approvals. People take the weekends off on things, and you know, it takes time often for them to make large investments into things like this. So there's been a lot of companies, if you guys remember, that also went to that summit regarding MicroStrategy and their presentation on this. And now something that I really want to point out is don't only take into consideration the value of those companies that went to that summit to learn more about this, also take into consideration the value of the fact that now that they're more informed, they are more than likely to inform those around them who did not attend, who have also been on the fence. And now because there's a common relationship of someone that's like, you know, I'm going to do it. Their friend might be like, you're going to do it? You know what? Fine. I might do it too, right? And more people start to come in. And that's what we're seeing happen with this exponential growth. If this decides it wants to pull back, I mean, we see a massive candle here. So even if we pull back just roughly halfway on this, we're looking at $53,782. So, you know, still above $50,000. And if this had a massive, massive plunge, we're seeing some support around $50,900, of course, $50,000, $49,000 in the 21 EMA. Well, $47,000, sorry, is on the Fibonacci level, and then all the way down to 46,166. So, you know, a little bit of a concern because of how green this candle was on the daily here, and we could see some selling pressure, people taking profits, obviously. But otherwise, if this rallies up, then we have those levels we were talking about. I think it's a little bit more likely given the fact just how big this candle was. But I'm hoping that it's going to keep rallying, man. If somebody makes another big announcement, the sky is the limit on this stuff. Space is the limit, I guess, technically. Ethereum, nice little candle yesterday, hit a new all-time high at $1,974, getting very close to $2,000, but it is struggling. It's not making these fast, rapid movements like I'm sure a lot of people were expecting. It's inching its way along all the way up to this goal. And on the new daily candle position, it's actually pulling back a little bit so far, right? So we're trying to hit that $2,000 price point, and then we get into this new territory where it's like, how hard is it going to rally, right? Is it going to go to $2,500 next, or is it going to still just take a really long time trying to get to $2,100? If this decides it wants to pull back down, we have support established at $1,750, further level at $1,728 on the 21 EMA, and a further level down at $1,700. You can actually see here with the volume that it's still holding up fairly well. It's kind of a median point. And if you scale out here in a bigger time frame, you can even see that the volume for the last several days is quite a bit less than what we saw back in early January. The RSI is suggesting that we are technically overbought right now, but it is just slightly above that zone. And, take that with a small grain of salt. Next up, we take a look at Orchid. And looking at Orchid, we can actually see nice green candle yesterday up to 64 cents. Some pullback going on right now, forming a little bit of what's starting to look like the formation of a cup and handle potentially. This has got a nice little curve to it. How this is going to hold into this zone here and play out with this next is going to be very interesting. But overall, things have been very bullish for Orchid. Still above the 21 EMA. Right now, we've got a bounce that took place on the Fibonacci retracement, which is interesting. That was at 68 cents. And you guys can see that it's been basically consolidating within these two levels of that Fibonacci sequence. And if it decides it wants to drop down, we've got a level at 58 cents. A further level down on the 21 EMA could show a strong level of support bounce at 52.71. I would say right now, 58 cents is very strong support. That's probably the strongest support that we've got, actually. And then we got 68 cents, as I mentioned, going up further above that. We got to break 80 cents, then go into 82 cents range, and then we've got a large amount of room to grow to get over towards the $1. The strong buy indicator, you can't see it behind me, is on for this, which is great. So you guys can see that the volume had increased a little bit as of yesterday as well in comparison to what we've had for the previous 3 days. That's pretty good, but we still don't have these massive volume candles. That's what I would really like to see happen next, especially if it's green. And taking a look at the RSI, it's on the verge of, it's still kind of overbought, but kind of going back to still being slightly too much kind of a thing. But, Orchid's got a lot of room to grow, a lot of positive news that's coming out with it here in the near future. And I'm excited to see how it's going to continue to evolve. Then we finish up with REN, and REN just boom, massive green candle and massive volume as well, and still holding in the green as we are in that position right now. And the next major zone we're looking at potentially for resistance is at $1.92. If we can manage to break that, then I would be looking at us pushing up to $2.21. Past that, then I would say realistically we're looking at about $2.50 and then the $3 range, right? But as it is, things are looking very, very good with this. If it decides it wants to pull back, though, we do have support at $1.46, and then a massive decline down. We could see it at $1.03. The RSI is suggesting that it's quite a bit overbought. The technical radar is suggesting buy. It's not a strong buy. In fact, it's almost on the border of reaching neutral, to be honest with you guys. But overall, this is still looking pretty darn good. And as we read that article earlier, a lot of whales that are starting to accumulate this, but be careful, the whales could also dump on these kinds of things. $1.80 is still a pretty good price point with this stuff. I am leaning more towards this going up. I'm not a financial advisor, just keep that in mind. It's always concerning for pump and dump situation. So the most bare essential technical analysis charts, this had a large volume candle with not really much sell-off going on, so you would expect some pullback, people taking profits, and the RSI is suggesting that it's overbought as well. So those things are negative sentiments. The good news is the fact that we're in the upper quadrant of this Fibonacci sequence, and we're much closer to that $2 range. And with it being at $1.80 as it is already, a lot of people psychologically are wanting this thing to rally and to be one of those collective groups of coins. So I am leaning more towards this one actually still having a closeout on the day in the positive, but if Bitcoin or Ethereum have a big pullback, then that could really hurt this. Okay, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes. Click the bell icon so you can stay up to date with everything. It's so important to click that bell icon. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below on all this stuff. And I will see you guys in the next episode.